So.
It's the voice of the
I want to give you a minute. So.
Peaches, can you hand me my Mevo case? Is it over here? Or is it behind you?
So can I get you really quick for BT?
Yeah. What am I?
So I'm just going to introduce you.
Should I walk over there?
No, I like you over there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me see. Ready?
Yo.
Okay, wait, here we go. Ready? All right, BT, we're at the Dash Studio right now with the voice of reason, Mr. Zoe, talking about Fall Girls. What are you watching on Saturday?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know.
Girls?
Fall Girls, I will be watching it. Watching my friend, my new friend, Erica. And I'm going to be checking on her brother's stuff, too. Anton, let's go. Let's run.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. She set me up. Fall Girls? I swear to God, I was going to say, I'm watching the game.
The game, I knew you were about to say, I knew it was coming.
I'm going to be watching a game.
Watching the game. I swear to God, I was about to say that. Lord knows it.
Oh, have you used it, maybe? You know what? I haven't charged it yet. It's still in the box.
Try it out today. Trust me, you're a fan. You must try it out. Just one push and it gives you a
It
nice
looks like I'm going to start seeing a good chip lollipop. Maybe
You know what? You can fold it too. You can fold it and sit it down. You can fold it in half.
What's your name?
Like, turn the handle. Take the top part.
Okay. This part. This
Yeah,
top.
there you go. Now break it down. Here.
I ain't trying to break it
No,
down.
here.
Looks like it's a
Here.
splitter.
No.
See, that's why I don't want to do it. Don't be
Look,
telling me to
Mimi.
be willing that I'm strong to rub it and broke this shit. You know how strong I am.
Yes, my arm remembers.
I would have broke it down.
See, and you just push the button in the back.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Wrong. What's going on? Because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So you're driving me insane. Got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies? Are they worth?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason up in this piece. Who said Zoe can't run his own show? You know I'm out here tripping. I got microphones for everybody. Who want a microphone on? Turn on somebody's microphone. What up? Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time tuning in to the Voice of Reason, please understand one thing that we do here. It's a relationship roundtable, a think tank, so to speak. Now, normally it's all women.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays is set aside for men. Mansions, where men come together and build mansions. It's a build session. It's crazy when the men are in here. Barbershop times 46,000.
That's accurate.
But the show is actually designed for women to pull back the curtain and give us a sneak peek into the way that they think. And I'm going to tell you right now, the world is crazy.
Yes.
And we really need to know what women think right now. Because it can all go bad.
Right. What do women think?
Men are crazy too.
I think we all crazy.
So we have to figure it out because it all kind of flushes out in the toilet of relationships. Right? Jesus. I feel bad about it. I know.
Flushes out. Toilet of relationships.
Was that harsh?
Why does relationships have to be a toilet?
I mean,
toilets get stopped up.
but you can see a lot
So the relationship.
in your shit.
Yeah.
Right. You
You
got to
can-
plunge that shit out.
You can see a lot in your feces. Corn, vegetables, consistency. You can see how healthy you are.
She's dying over here in the studio.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
Are you telling me relationships aren't the same?
It's a colon
don't.
cleanser.
You wasn't supposed to be.
Okay.
Look at you.
You started to talk about flushing toilets.
So basically, I can't even talk to you.
Okay,
cool,
go
fine.
ahead.
The voice of reason, ladies and gentlemen. I've got guests in the building,
Yeah.
and they brought BET with them.
BET.
What in the world? They brought BET into the voice of reason?
He's in the voice of reason.
But they did it for the reason, Erica.
Well, the main reason is for fall girls. This Saturday. Tune in, watch it. It's a comedy directed by Chris Stokes. We have an amazing cast. Tammy Roman, we got Paris Phillips, Erica Hubbard, we got Jolie Fisher, we have
Nice.
It's a good cast.
What is the premise of
So I meets weekend.
saw that in the
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah.
Your
It's-
boss is dead.
My boss is dead. Somehow she died. How did she die? That's what we have to figure out.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it.
You like it? I love
So
it.
again, tell us where we can find it, when does it air, and you know it's BET,
Absolutely.
so it's going to re-air 386,000 times.
On BET.
But we want to see it when it airs the
It's
first
going
time.
to air tomorrow, January 12th on BET, 9/8 Central. Make sure you tune in, BET. Fall girls, fall girls, fall girls. If you fall down and you can't remember, just remember the girls are falling, fall girls.
Hysterical.
Fall girls, right?
And really quickly, for everybody who's just tuning in, I want you to introduce yourself to them. Tell them who you are and
Well,
what you've been doing and why you're significant in the world.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, first, I think I'm significant because I'm a child of God.
Amen. Hallelujah.
You know, that's the first reason. But I have been working. I have a movie on Netflix called True to the Game. My name is Erica Peoples. You can find me on Instagram at Erica Peoples. That's PEEPLES. Erica Peoples, everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you tweet. I just tweeted. But yes, so I have that on Netflix right now. Fall Girls airs tomorrow, Saturday, January 12th on BET. Please, everyone, tune in. If you want a good laugh, if you want a good time, set your DVRs to Fall Girls, BET, 9/8 Central, tomorrow, January 12th. Come on, you can't miss it. If you miss it, you're going to be sad.
All right. And then your brother is in here.
I do. I got my brother,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Anton Peoples.
What's happening, man?
And my man is an actor,
I'm an actor as well.
a thespian, as
Thespian.
I am a lesbian.
I don't know if he's a lesbian.
Come on, man. Tell them what you doing, what you starring in.
Yeah, so it's crazy because both my sister and I were both part of the BET family. I have a movie that's on the sister channel, BET Her. It's called One Crazy Christmas. It's my first lead role. It's kind of crazy. And that's featuring Tammy Townsend, Terry J. Vaughn, Carl Payne. It's a really cool, sexy, like naughty take on a Christmas movie. So that's out right now. Y'all can check it out. Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
Instagram. So you can find me at Anton Peoples, ANTON, and then Peoples with 2 E's instead of the O.
And there you have it, ladies and
go.
gentlemen.
Hey.
You already know what we do on the Voice of Reason show before we even get into the topic. And I'm going to tell you right now, the topic is crazy. It's bananas. But we've got to promote businesses.
Hey.
Particularly my own.
Of course.
I'm all about promoting business.
Hey, I can't play with y'all right now. That damn relationship dismount is still the #1 audiobook on Audible in the divorce category.
Wow.
The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship by Zoe Williams is out here killing the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I know the book is, let's see, I put it out in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the book is 4 years old.
Congratulations.
And I just dropped the audio book.
Amazing.
December 20th.
Come on, black man.
I know I made people wait, but that's all right. It's #1, ladies and gentlemen. Amazon Hot New Releases. #1 on the bestseller list. The Relationship Dismount. Let me see if it's changed. Let me refresh it. I might be reporting a lie. Nah, it's still #1.
Wow.
So everybody in the chat room who are watching this show live on my YouTube channel, don't hesitate to get your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. Also, the third book in my series on relationships, The Holographic Relationship Will Bow on Time next month, February 2019, The Holographic Relationship. A deeper look at the connection between God, consciousness, and intimacy. The first time we've ever put together a book that takes concepts and principles from modern day science, quantum physics to be exact, then couple that with a novel, then couple that with a workbook. So you have the science of relationship, a novel that embodies the scientific principles that we use, and then a workbook. This shit about to be crazy. So don't get it twisted. Get yourselves over there to my website, IamZoWilliams.com. Go get you a copy. Pre-order your copy right now. It's going to be fire. All right? Fire. All right. Now it's time to get into today's topic.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We got 2 men and 3 women.
It's going down.
This is a caller-driven show. The phone number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk X.
That's right.
Dash Radio. Tonight's topic is about to kill y'all. Because it has to happen. Nobody wants to have this real conversation, but I do.
That's right.
Somebody sent me a video on Instagram the other day.
Okay.
And it was horrible.
There's my beat.
It was horrible. The woman basically said, you could get laid if you pay. For dinner, for whatever.
Wow.
Isn't that typical? That's usually how it
But this is why I'm setting up the topic today.
Okay.
I've never heard of a woman say
See,
that.
you said it was
But
going to
she
be
just-
his. Him.
She just said it, though. It's you now, though. But it's fine. Jesus. This one. Today's topic, pick 'em. When both aren't an option, which do you prefer in a relationship? Money, resources, and ambition, or great sex, love, camaraderie, and chemistry? Which do you want more when both aren't available? And when I say both, I'm talking about these aspects, right? Because a lot of times you got a lot of very wealthy people who don't have camaraderie, who don't have love, who don't have chemistry. Look at the president and his wife.
Right. That bitch hate him.
Eek. Everybody want to be Barack and Michelle, but that's rare. So what do most of us have? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need to know.
I need to know.
I need to know.
Call in.
You got to pick and choose. If you can't have both, would you rather have that money, have that security, have that ambition, or Netflix and chill?
Right.
Some broke
Been on the
Netflix
last
and
one for
chill.
so long.
You can't afford Netflix if you
Yes,
broke.
you can.
You just chilling.
That's $6.99.
Listen,
That's a
Netflix
whole-
is the movie.
That's a Big Mac meal.
How you gonna eat? You gonna watch Netflix or you gonna eat? One or the other.
All right, I got some questions here. Is your relationship more devotional or transactional? I know. I know.
That's a
these-
good one.
I know these gonna hurt.
Is your relationship more transactional
Or devotional.
or devotional?
They calling in tonight.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610. What is the meaning of a transactional relationship? A lot of people don't even know. Christ. As it pertains to intimate relationships, is the statement, I didn't sign up for that, equal to the dissatisfied customer who seeks to return an item considered less than the money they spent for it? I didn't sign up for this. I'm taking you back
Wow.
to the club I purchased you at.
Where I bought you that bundle.
Oh my God. I'm going to ask my panel. They're in the building right now. Let's get it started. Let's go. Here we go. If you had to choose, Anton,
Yep.
which would you prefer? Chemistry, great sex, love, or money, resources, and ambition?
Hesitation of a doubt. Money, resources, and ambition.
Say why.
All day. Because, I mean, what's great sex without ambition? If your spouse is not ambitious and they're not trying to go after what they want, what's the point of being with somebody? You with a lazy, good for nothing. You know what I mean? And plus, you have the opportunity with money and the resources to do anything you want. And I've been broke and had great sex, and that shit is not fun. That's not.
I mean, it's fun until it's not fun
right.
anymore. Right.
It's fun until it's not fun. You know, especially I'm getting up there. You know, I'm about to leave the 20 club soon, so.
Oh, that's why you sound like clear.
He said when you get up there in age.
I got to step in as the ward of the state and strike his comments. He knows not what he's speaking.
Thou knows not what thou sayest.
Right. So now it makes sense.
No,
I'm
it makes sense.
Wait a minute. Did he? Okay, cool. No, continue. I want to hear more.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? I just kind of feel like getting older, it's very important to have your finances in order and to have opportunities to make your dreams come true. And if you're in a relationship and you don't have those opportunities, you know, you're ended up going to be hating each other. It's going to be destructive. It's going to be a nasty relationship. And I only say that from experience because I've been in those relationships, you know? So there's no way
I'm staying with you, Anton. Let's go. I'm gonna stay with Anton. Don't jump in.
I know. Look, the ladies in this room right now, BET, y'all can see what the ladies look like. They mad.
Anton.
Oh, you're not mad? Okay, cool. Okay. She's not
Anton,
mad.
I gotta ask the question now.
Yes.
I gotta ask the question.
Ask the question. What it is?
Is it possible to have unconditional love without money?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that just contradicted what you just said.
Well, because I think people are stupid in love.
Say more. Let's hear it.
And you can be stupid in love and have that unconditional love for someone, but not have any money all day. I've been in that same situation, you know, just head over heels, dumb in love, stupid. And they had a damn dollar to my name. You know?
Erica?
Yeah.
Peoples.
You know, I got to think about that
because come on.
I'm past my 20s. I ain't going to tell you how old I am. But I will say the ambition is the part that throws me off.
Talk to me.
Because money, it's not everything. You know, it lasts. It's momentary. It's momentary goodness. It's that momentary feel of I'm taken care of. You got my back. I want for nothing until your heart calls. And when your heart calls and when you need to be challenged and pulled and spiritually fulfilled.
How about that?
That money is not going to suffice.
Has your brother got a call from his heart?
At
least a text message.
Right.
Mimi, I want to hear Mimi after you finish your thought, Erica.
But the problem is, if I'm with someone, you don't necessarily have to have the money, but you do have to have that ambition. Because if you're broke and you don't want to do anything but be broke, then that leaves room for other things like depression. Like, you're supported by me. That's not gonna happen. It's a partnership. You know? So the ambition throws me off. I would say the money is only a momentary pause. It's only a momentary fulfillment. I could never take the money over love. But I gotta have that ambition.
Interesting.
That's my answer. That's my answer.
Mimi, grab that microphone, girl.
Okay. So I'm going to pick love, and I'm going to pick love because if you love somebody, you guys can build together and create your destiny. You know what I'm saying? Because your love, you guys can fulfill each other. And I feel like as a team, you can do that in real love because say that money goes away and I don't love you, then I'm going to be cool on you. And that won't even work out because I want real love. I want to wake up and say, that's my boo right here, whether we sitting here doing nothing or we traveling the world, but you my boo. So I'm going to go ahead and pick love. And I know if I love you, we going to do this.
Peaches.
I'm going to chime in. I'm going to pick half and half.
No.
You don't get.
You can't do
No,
half
can't
and
do
half.
that.
It's a question. I would have did half and half.
on.
Come on, man.
Okay.
It's love or money.
It's love or money.
Love wins, hands down. Because, I mean, like Mimi said and Erica
Yes.
said.
That's what Erica.
Peoples.
Erica
Yeah,
Peoples.
I had to make sure I got it right.
Get it together.
That they, without love and you broke, it's like, why are you even in my face?
Right.
Right.
Why are
here?
you breathing? Why are you fixing your mouth from the grits that
Why?
I saved up to get?
Why are you alive?
Why are you in the same spot when I left this morning and you still here playing PlayStation? If you don't
Right.
get out of here.
And you playing the old game. You ain't even playing the new San Andreas, nigga. You still
Not the
on the
new
one you
San
gotta blow the cartridge and shit. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm gonna pick love, but I'm with Erica on the ambition. You gotta have ambition to love.
Can I grow this conversation up?
Absolutely. Let's grow us up.
Grow it up.
I think the word you're looking for, maybe you're not looking for it, but the word that should replace ambition is purpose. Ambition is a type of thirst.
Okay.
I need you to understand that.
Okay.
Ambition is a type of thirst. We have a lot of thirsty people who are calling themselves ambitious.
Right.
Do you dig?
Slurpy, slurp, slurp.
Now, we live in a consumer-based society. We live in a materialistic society. And a lot of that is driven by this thirst, i.e. ambition, to have more.
Okay.
Yeah.
The person who wants more, studies have already shown us, the person that wants more and more and more and more typically are empty internally.
Wow.
And have insecurities.
Right.
Okay.
Major
Okay.
insecurities drive their ambition.
So we mean purpose. Then.
So if you're talking about a person's purpose, that's different.
Okay.
But
That's what I'm
ambition
talking about.
can become toxic in intimate relationships. Toxic ambition is what's driving a lot of relationships.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is why I say
I agree.
you can't call yourself a Christian around me.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
I never called myself a Christian.
Wait a minute. What is it?
Uh-oh. Mike's got
Now your mic off. See what happens? I've been working with her for years, and she still don't know how to do it. Say something else. I'm going to sit you out. No, I'm just playing. This is what I mean by the Christian statement.
Okay.
If Jesus came back today, he'd be a bum. Buddha, too. He's bums. I use this analogy all the time. If you study the history of Jesus, where was his crib? He was always at other people's crib. And he didn't mind turning a rock into a pillow. He'd be a bum. You read the story of Buddha? Buddha was a prince who left, first off, a bum and a deadbeat daddy. Just had a baby, left the baby and the wife to go seek enlightenment. He'd be a bum. And the average woman today, if they came, like you couldn't even recognize those high conscious beings because you would be looking at him through the eyes of ambition, security, fear, scarcity. That's where ambition comes from in America. How many men or women have you found that are in their purpose? Not striving to become, but being. See, there's a difference in between becoming and being. I always tell people, you can never become something that you aren't already.
That's right.
Exactly.
Michael Jackson fell out of the bed as Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Michael Jordan fell out of the bed as Michael Jordan.
Right.
You can never become something that you aren't already.
Right.
You take, listen, you guys in here talking about he got to be ambitious or she got to be ambitious.
No.
First off, you got to stop being socially blind.
Ooh.
What does Zoe mean by social blindness? Toxic ambition and social blindness goes hand in hand. Black people in America are struggling to live white lives with white standards. I'm sorry.
But when I said, and I meant like purpose, drive.
No, you didn't. You didn't say. Nuh-uh.
I didn't mean ambition.
Did you see that? I got to turn her mic on.
You know what?
See her?
You see this?
When you said ambition,
that you took her.
I turned her ass right off.
When you said,
wait a minute.
Hold up. Right.
But I can understand what she means by that, because when you have a purpose, at the same time you want more. You're not satisfied with. You're not satisfied, period. Because you have a purpose. You have a purpose-driven life.
Let's go deeper.
Which means there's something pulling you, passionately pulling you to something higher. Right?
Okay, let's say, is it pulling you or is it filling out the uncertain areas of the purpose?
Well, you have to fill it out.
Because we have to be very careful with our words. If we say, right, that you're not satisfied, that's dissatisfaction.
I'm talking about purpose.
Dissatisfaction
I get what you're
equals
saying.
emptiness, equals scarcity.
So you're saying ambition, there's an emptiness. Purpose, there's a fulfillment.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. You're living in your purpose.
Right.
You're fulfilled. Because you're doing what you're here to do.
We live in a society today. Let's keep it 100% real. We live in a society that, did you say right one more time?
You know what?
Wrong.
Say it one more
Say it one more time.
Wrong.
Okay.
Turn off my
They should have
mic.
never gave me the power. They should have never gave me the power up in
Y'all,
here.
I'm gonna be in Morse code around this motherfucker because he gonna be.
No, but listen. We live in a society today where you hear people say this all the damn time. Love isn't enough.
Okay.
What? You done relegated love in the same category as the Easter Bunny and Santa. It's not real. People don't understand. Let me read the question. Has unconditional love been relegated to the realm of Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and other fairy tales? You know why it's that way? Because our relationships have been molded by poverty, by lack.
True.
See, Donald Trump can be this terrible white guy, but who's going to get him in trouble?
Beside other rich people.
But do you understand? It's like, and what are you going to do? Donald Trump could go to jail and come out and still be a billionaire. And what does that? What does that mean? You remember when what's her name? The lady that's with Snoop Dogg, the old white lady.
Martha Stewart.
When Martha Stewart went to prison, what kind of prison did she go to?
Feds.
No. What kind of prison was she in? Was she in a hardcore prison?
No.
I doubt that
she
very
was out
seriously.
there planting herbs and fruits and vegetables and shit in jail.
Right, writing recipes.
So I'm
hungry now, Martha.
So I'm trying to break this concept down. 90% of the nation's wealth is in the hands of white folks.
Right.
We only live on 1/3 of the available real estate in America. I'm talking about the whole 300 million people in America. We only live on 1/3 of the available real estate. Black people own less than 1% of the available real estate in America.
Wow.
Own it. Black people own 2.6% of the nation's wealth. 2% hands of baby boomers who, are getting old, getting ready to die, and have kids wrapped around their neck, waiting for them to die so they can inherit the crib.
Right.
The other 0.6% of black wealth is in the hands of P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, and everybody in here. Everybody else, Jay and everybody else.
Right.
So we have white dreams when it comes to ambition. We think Harvard. Yeah, my kid can go to Harvard. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my kid could play basketball or football and get a scholarship to Harvard. Okay, cool. What is Harvard's tuition every year? Do you know?
$100 million. I'm just saying.
He took the word off the mic.
It's got to be close to Juilliard's.
Do you see what I'm saying?
$50,000 a semester?
It's probably more. Shit. LMU right down the street is, I think it's 80.
80 a year?
It's 80 a year.
Wow.
Loyola.
Wow.
The private Jesuit school, right? LMU?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so we paying for that how?
Somebody gonna get their own.
So we think it's a scholarship, right?
Right.
Right? We think the scholarship. Well, the Ivy League doesn't offer scholarships like that. What they do is they say, well, we can't give you a full scholarship. We'll take 80 down to 10. Okay, where are you going to find 10? You know what the baseline average of black people in America or in Los Angeles? The middle. This is without the TV. This is without the family car. What is it, $200?
Wow.
So social blindness. So when I say social blindness, most black people don't know the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They just think, go to school, great education, do what we do, get out, hustle, ha. And listen, our ambition that we have, we seek in other people, is an outgrowth like hip hop. What the fuck is you talking about, Zoe? Hip hop was born out of destitution, out of poverty, out of lack, out of scarcity, out of drug addiction, out of
Bad
gang
politics.
violence. It was born out of all of these, but all of our art forms were R&B,
Dance,
the blues,
everything
was born out of this oppression.
Everything in
so
our
is our
culture
love.
was born out of oppression. Not even just music and art form. The way we cooked our food, we only got the
Right.
scraps. So we made the best of what we had.
That's why we eat chitlins.
But so
Right.
is our love.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So now I come back and ask the damn question.
Throw up the conversation.
Huh?
Throw it up.
Here we ready.
Do you want love, chemistry, good sex, camaraderie,
All that.
companionship? Do you want all of that?
Absolutely.
And purpose.
Or do you want certainty, predictability, finances, resources, power?
I'll take the latter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, his answer changed.
No.
Your first answer was.
No,
that's
it didn't
the
change.
same.
It was
It's
the same one.
Oh, the ladder of
The latter
love.
of the two.
He want the money.
Mm-hmm. The
and
power.
Because that's
Now,
going to get him the coochie.
But what that
Yeah, dude.
But what that makes you, that makes you Microsoft. That makes you Coca-Cola. You're providing a product.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever you date is a customer.
Uh-huh.
If it's going to be transactional.
I get that. But I feel like even today, let's say he put his glasses on that one.
Think about it.
Let's say that I made 6 figures a year and I wasn't famous, no one knew me, I wasn't that well off, right? And I meet this girl. Even based upon me not being famous and me not being out there, she would still be a customer. She would still be considered a customer. Because she's coming at me because she likes a certain type. She likes a man that has money. She likes a man that has himself together. So it would still be the same situation, in my opinion.
No, because then you become. It's different because you're talking about her. We're talking about you.
Yeah, you the customer.
You're the customer.
Oh, you were saying that I was a customer?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
if
gonna
you're
be the
taking
customer.
Hold on 1 second. We got a caller on the line. Caller, you got to turn your whole living room down. Caller, get your living room in order. What's your name and where you calling from? Caller.
Oh, I'm on?
Yes, you're on if I'm talking to you.
You're there, caller.
Oh, word, for sure. Brad, North Carolina, man. What's going on?
What's happening, Brad? What's
Hi,
the deal,
Brad.
man?
Hey, Brad.
I'm all right. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
All right, quick question. You said being ambitious was something about a purpose or something like that? What did you say?
You don't remember?
I think Erica, was that you that said the
A couple
purpose?
minutes ago, man, I had to switch over.
You wasn't paying attention?
No.
I mean, it's kind of cool. But it's still kind of disrespectful to call in and not really know what you want to talk about.
Here's my question, though. Can you both be ambitious and still bring that same love to the table?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you how. You want to know how?
How?
The ambition can't lead.
Right.
The ambition can't lead. Love has to lead. First off, most people think they think relationships are linear. If we get all our ducks in order, if we got everything lined up, we got bank accounts, we got insurance, we got kids, everybody's healthy, we got cars, we got this, we got that. They think that a linear approach to relationship ends in high outcomes, high end yields.
Yeah.
That's just not how it works. You ignore the spiritual aspect of relationship, and love is a spiritual concept. This is why so many people don't understand it. This is why the relationships get old. They grind to a halt.
Right.
People have grave misunderstandings. Do you know you can have a misunderstanding and really be in love with somebody, and then the misunderstanding seems small? You can apologize for something you don't understand.
Wow.
Because that's the power of love.
Because,
Yep.
but
Wow.
you see what I'm saying? So Pete, this is what I mean by, do you know that there's a certain level of uncertainty, or what will later be interpreted as misunderstanding, that's inherently inbuilt in relationship? Meaning, number one, there's no way I can see through your eyes or experience through your senses. So even though we together, there's still separation in our togetherness because I can't process the information of us the way you do.
I'll wait.
Wow. Like, man.
Does that make sense, man?
He's lost for words.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I be
Wow,
hearing
man.
people say to people, all you got to do is be a man. What?
Yep.
All you got to do is
Yep.
be a woman. All you got to do is be responsible. That's a linear approach to relationships, as if the linear approach contains the whole answer for you. No, see, there's spiritual answers too. Why did you attract this type of person? Why does this person highlight all the shit you need to work on?
Right.
You got some people you meet that you don't even connect with.
Right.
It's just passing in two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
But certain people pull it out of you. Why? That's a spiritual question that requires a spiritual answer. And spirituality is worthless in America. We just said, can we embrace
Materialistic. Materialistic world we live in.
Caller, you got another thought?
Apparently
Caller,
not.
where'd you go?
He hung up.
This mobile.
That was his thought.
Oh, okay, we got more callers. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is it, bro.
You got to turn your life down, though. Your life is loud.
Okay.
You can't listen to us and watch us on the video and talk on the phone at the same time.
Okay.
All right. So what's the deal, pimp?
What is it?
Caller?
Huh?
I'm right here.
All right. So what's your question?
My question is, you guys are sitting here talking about a relationship, and I just want to know, and pose it to each individual, that when we're talking about this, because you're on point, is acceptance, because you got to accept choices, accept them, accept their health, accept everything. It's an acceptance. Am I incorrect?
No, acceptance is a big part of understanding, for sure. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. But more so what I'm saying is I'm a person or a male, black, married to a black woman. We have 2 children. My son is 18, soon to be 19, has autism. my daughter, 16, and she asked me before we left out on vacation, before the holidays, she said, Dad, what is love? I said, what is love? I said, me loving your brother who is 18, diagnosed with autism, has limited functionality, nonverbal, and I said, it's not lust.
Okay.
And so she looked at me as someone 16 who likes young people, and it's a beautiful thing because I remember it, is that you got to remember love is more what you don't want than more than what you want.
I hear what he's saying.
Am I incorrect?
I need you to break it down.
Okay, well, when you ask me what part did you need me to break down, is that when you lose, and this is Peaches, correct?
I was actually wanted Zoe to break down what you said.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, but go ahead. You can tell me.
No, I just was saying when you lose a parent, my daughter and my son have their dad.
Yeah, I've lost both my parents. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so when I express that, I'm saying that you no longer have counsel.
Right.
When two 14-year-old girls, two 14-year-old boys are holding counsel about a decision that might change their lives, I'm going to have sex with him. I'm going to have sex with her. Now let's do it in white rehearsal. I'm going to blow up the school.
Okay.
I need you to
No, listen.
contrast it.
I
I'm
tried.
saying that
Hey, bro,
when you're a
brother,
child.
listen to me now.
Okay.
I tried to follow you, but you all over the place. I'm gonna give you another 20 seconds to say something that I can resonate with, or I'm gonna have to let you go, bro. Because you all over the place.
No, I appreciate you, bro. All I'm saying is please speak to the family values that when you instill them under, like you said, a white umbrella, white supremacy, how do you contrast that and make something different? Because I want to come out of the bubble and create for my family, and I've raised my son, I've raised my daughter, and I watched them be affected by
Okay. I'm going to deal with that.
interference.
Okay, I'll deal with that. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for reaching out.
Thank you.
Caller,
Love you too.
You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Let's move quickly away. I'll come back and recontextualize what he said because he said some things that were on point. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? And next time, don't be coughing and shit while the other man talking. I heard you over there juggling your phone.
What's up, though?
What's wrong with you?
I'm all right, man. I apologize.
All right, so what's up, man?
All right, well, I have a question, just like pertaining to the topic you was talking about, camaraderie, chemistry, and love. And, with now the new age, you had this new movement, they call it being red pill. How does that exist? If you kind of follow my question, like, how does that exist with this new movement?
How does what exist?
The love, the camaraderie, the chemistry, how does all that comes into play with the, people?
Well, you're talking about the red pill, blue pill, MGTOW, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And all of that's born out of, it's like a response. I call it feminism. The response to feminism, the male version, feminism.
Feminism.
Right? And there are a lot of men who are opting out of marriage and relationships and school and all of these things. I don't know what you're doing to your phone, but if you don't stop picking that, there ain't no boogers in it. What is that noise?
Is he eating? We done had a lot of heavy breathers calling in the last 5 minutes.
Is that better?
No, that's better. No, but a lot of those movements are a response to the feminist movement because men have been villainized in a lot of ways. I mean, right now there's an attack on masculinity, that is unprecedented. Public Enemy. You remember that rap group, Public Enemy?
Fight power.
They named themselves Public Enemy because black men are public enemy number one.
Right.
Right? So again, a lot of those movements are a response. And I wouldn't even call it a response. I'd call it a reaction.
Yeah.
To feminism and, the rise of feminism. And if your woman is educated, in a lot of ways, she's been exposed to feminist concepts, because now it's becoming a part of our societal fabric, certain ideas and concepts. Now, with most concepts, they start off benign enough. Feminism started off benign enough, good enough. Hey, equal pay. Okay, cool. But like Islam or Christianity or, you get people on the far, on the far right of anything, they become extremists. You remember in the 80s and the 90s when people were blowing up abortion clinics in the name of Jesus?
Right.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
In the name of up the abortion clinic. Okay.
Right.
All right. Neither one is good. Abortions ain't good. Blowing up the people who do abortions ain't good. Okay, cool. Right? So feminism, there's certain aspects of feminism that feel as if men are disposable. Now, women in their right spiritual conscience should be like, shut your dumb ass up. Right. You get what I'm saying? So I think the reverse is also happening too. There are men out there that are saying, oh, so you got feminism, huh, bitch? All right, well, here come feminism on your ass, So, and feminism, of course, is a response to misogyny and is a response. You get what the patriarchy and all of these demons, these ideological demons we create. You got some feminists, man. Feminists are like Crips; they bang. That bang other women for being married.
Right. How dare you let that man tell you how to walk, girl? Fuck.
So, yo, bro, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for reaching out.
All right, well, appreciate it.
All right. Do you see what this conversation has done?
Man.
It's getting a little hot.
I just know it's been a lot of heavy breathers on the phone.
Erica.
Yes, my love.
Oh, my God. Do you know how hard it is to find love?
Absolutely. That's why I'm single right now.
Are you waiting to find love before? Let's talk to me about it.
I wouldn't, I have to love myself wholly and fully before I can love someone else. And I think this is the time for me to love me. And it's not that I'm necessarily waiting. I just trust that once I fully learn to love me, that person that is a reflection of my love will show themselves to me. They will align in my divine alignment.
Right.
There
I feel
we
you
go.
there.
With each other. Right?
Oh, you agree?
I totally agree.
I think little brother doesn't agree, though. Little brother gonna ball out, get hella wealthy, and purchase a gang of babes.
Right.
No.
Okay? It's already on the horizon.
I might have, a little fun at first. Everybody does, when they get money, they go buy them a nice gold chain, and they go to the strip club. They might get them a few honeys, throw them dollars. But then at a certain time, I think men mature later anyway. So at a certain time, you want to settle down, so you
validate.
Yeah.
I had to. Like, I can do this right now because I'm young. I'm a man. I can
I'll
do
fix
this.
it later. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He might as well just put it out there.
Caller, you're on the line. You got to turn your life down. Jesus. Caller.
Right.
Yo, Brother Zoe.
Hey, man, you been listening to the whole show?
I've been listening to the whole show, brother.
You heard me tell the other niggas to turn their life down?
Absolutely, my brother. My bad. I appreciate the you let me in. But peep this, though. I'm calling just to say, brother, I appreciate you touching on the whole European standards and how our concepts of love has to be diagnosed based upon that whole context us living within white supremacy, us, and I know BET on that with you, brother, and I know, we do certain things on BET, we got a history with BET, but I think the analysis has to start within that framework of white supremacy, how our values, our standards are all based on these European standards. The value and the concept of love is really, we're talking about it maybe the last 100 years. And Dr. Amos Wilson points this out very poignantly. And I don't hear a lot of us talking about Dr. Wilson, but Dr. Wilson points out how it's about economics. And we have to come together as black people in terms of economics. And I think the brother with the green on, he hit it earlier. And I think the ladies kind of got a little emotional when we talk about love because of how we've been indoctrinated to think about love. It's key framework, especially living within this system of white supremacy in America. So if we can start it from that point, I think we can get some leeway. And then these busted cats that don't listen and call it in, bro, cut them off early, brother.
It was great.
Hey, man, I appreciate the call.
He gonna say cut them off early.
It's a key factor. It's just not everything.
I mean, but he hit something that was really good. You living in these white world, right? And we have a white ideal of what love is because that's where we are. So in their world, money is very important.
No, money is everything.
Money is everything.
We're not saying money's not important.
So how can you have love in this world where it's a white world and not have money and not have economics?
No. I want both. I want it all, but I can't live in that place. I can't. For me, I can't be someone who's with someone just for the money and expect to have internal happiness and peace.
Yeah,
I
of
will
course.
forever be unhappy.
But take
Okay.
kids to a guy that
The Pied Piper.
it's been known,
Pipe in the pipes.
right? It's been known. You know, we know of the molesters in the neighborhood, right?
It's the pretty brown child.
We know. We know of the molesters in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
right?
you always know. It's like an unspoken thing.
It's a kind of a like that nigga.
Don't go over Uncle JJ house.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that money.
But we'll drop him off to this dude knowing, Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a type of prostitution.
Yeah.
That's a type of parental prostitution.
Prostituting your kids, which is a sad.
Hoeing out your kids to a known predator.
But could you also argue that they did it because they believed in their kids so much and they wanted with their kids to have their dreams come true?
What?
So they.
No.
I mean, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But I'm just saying.
Our parents believed in us.
Right.
Does that mean?
But would they put you in harm's way?
Would they drop you
to
in
manifest that
belief? But also, some of them said that because he got off on the charges, they didn't believe that he was that man. They believed that the court of law says this is the right or this is wrong, and he got off. So they believe that
Come on, as a parent, if you've been accused,
that's just what they said. They said this on the movie.
If you were in court, whether you got off on it or not, there's accusation. So there's a possibility that you might be a predator. I'm not going to put my child in a position to figure it out.
As a parent,
right?
Yeah.
No.
I believe that.
Right.
I'm going to stay
Very
bag
far
up,
away
give me
from
50
it.
feet.
So wait,
You know?
okay, you went the legal route.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, they didn't try to do it until 6 years after the case.
Yeah. Well, they didn't try to do what?
R. Kelly, they didn't try him.
Till it took 6 months,
It
which
took
was
6
crazy.
years.
6 years. You're right. 6 years.
Now,
and that's because he has so many ends, and and Chicago's so dirty. The history of Chicago is so dirty with politics and the police and the gangs and the mafia. So you know what I mean.
but then we got to look at it another way too. We got to look at it this way. 6 years, but let's look at what he's accused of. There's a video of him pissing.
A 14-year-old.
That's a video you pissing on somebody.
Well, you obviously know it's him.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Then before that, at 27, you married a 15-year-old.
Yep.
You know what? The court said you was acquitted. Take my baby and make a hit record. That's parental prostitution.
It is.
And that parent should be tried.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. We're having a great topic here. Great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You want money, security, power,
Purpose, love, good sex.
I just don't understand how you just. They love you. I told y'all she was gonna do it.
She's awesome. I love her though. She gives me.
We got a lot of callers in the building right now. Let's get them on the line right now. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's up, Joe? This is Chuck from Atlanta. How's it going, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
ATL in the building.
Doing great. Oh yeah. I got a quick scenario that actually coincides with that. I'm a 50-year-old male, and a widower. I lost out about 4 years ago.
I'm sorry.
And I vowed to never marry again, but I did. But I met someone nice. I'm not married to her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're living together. She's taking care of my kids, man. It's been a great journey with her.
Awesome.
And I thought I was choosing, kind of a little bit better than I was. And I'm pretty sure I am. Financial or whatever. So her birthday comes up, and I take a nice bracelet, and she catches a fit in the mall in front of everybody. She wants a ring. So I'm like, all this, and you wanting a ring. I'm like, is this what it's all about? This transaction of a ring, this thing? And I was just shocked to see that reaction, man. But I'm not going to count her out, but I understand that sometimes, it's just women. I won't just say all women, but it could just be her expecting me to ask her to marry me and everything. But right now, I'm just not ready for the next step. Love her to death, but I'm like, you shouldn't let a ring come in between our happiness right now. Just hold tight for a minute. It may come, may not. But don't start bringing up this ring every time, even when you're fucking. Excuse me, y'all. You're bringing up a ring.
Oh, damn. Now are you fucking?
Well, you're already in the ring.
The movie The Ring.
Hey.
Yeah, that went over your head. You got to say that again. You got to say that one more time.
You don't owe her a ring. You already in the ring.
You gonna crawl out that ring like the TV.
Hey, brother, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much, man. Good look. Erica, your thoughts?
I mean, it's not necessarily about the ring, it's what the ring represents, right? But I've been with you for 2 years and we've been talking about marriage. You say you want to marry me and you're going to get me a ring. I want it to be the right ring.
Was
maybe
Beyonce
that's
right?
What do you mean?
With her record.
Put a ring on it.
Should have put a ring on it.
Yes.
Do you think Yoni is worth jewelry?
Do I think? Wait. What?
This fool don't.
What? I don't know.
Your vagina, is it worth it?
I know what it is. Yes. It's worth more than a ring, but
Am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
At all.
It's like a pacifier.
Here's the ring.
Yeah. You could be a woman could be with a man who cheats on her every day and she knows what's going on. But if he were to give her that ring, I'm going to be pacified. I'm going to be cool.
Again, it's not about the ring, it's about what the ring represents.
If somebody have a ring and they just said we engaged, then they would not feel the same way. So I'll say it this way.
It depends. That's where it depends on the person, right? So I could have a partnership and not necessarily have to have a ring because I know that we have foundation.
That's because you're a grown up.
Right. But I'm also a different individual. You know what I mean? Every woman is different. And so that ring may mean something else to her than it does to me.
All right, so let me come back. You said it yourself. These were your words. You said a ring represents something.
Yes.
This is where women get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. That's where men get in trouble.
No.
Because they think it doesn't represent anything.
Let me just show you something here.
You know?
Men know how to conform to what has meaning to you.
That's true.
A damn ring is a symbol.
Right.
But most people who have the ring don't have what the ring symbolizes.
Exactly.
Or represents.
Or represents. So most men have figured that out and learned how to look like the symbol.
That's deep.
This is how y'all get in trouble because you guys are symbol based. Your symbols are connected to our behavior.
You better break that down for us.
Right.
Because if you pull most women in here, you say, hey, what speaks louder?
Well, we got 3 women in the room.
Words or
1,
action?
2, 3. What do you guys think?
Well, we've discussed this many times.
So you the new one.
Oh, I'm the newbie.
Words or actions?
Definitely actions and words.
But here's the thing.
I'm a words of affirmation.
So
I need to hear the words as much as I need to see the action.
So let's go deeper. What speaks louder than words and actions?
What speaks louder than words and actions? Feeling?
No.
What?
Intention.
Well, your intention will lead to the okay. You're right. You got me.
See, I can behave exactly the way you want me to, but my intention could be it could be like, okay.
Right.
Now,
I feel you.
I always tell women, what's divinely in tune to a man's intention is a woman's intuition.
Right.
And most women, I know, ignore their intuition.
They do.
For pursuit of whatever it is they want.
Right. We use the volume, turn it up and down.
So do you see?
I do. I'm with you now.
So a woman could hold herself out for a representation of something, a symbol of something. Hold herself smooth out. He behaved to this point and gave me what I wanted, so I guess, yeah.
I must have.
But can I challenge that? Can I challenge that though?
Sure.
Is that also the reason? Think about this. Why do most men not give a woman a ring? Because once they give her a ring, they have to change their actions, right?
You want to know? You want to know?
And you know that.
You know why?
Oh Lord.
You know why most men don't give women marriage?
Why?
First off.
That's when the voice changes.
We have to just keep it real. What? Variety keeps testosterone popping in a man.
And you feel like once you give the ring, it's monotone.
That's why I'm civil on a nigga.
Monogamy is tantamount to monotony. No one person has every answer for you.
Just be civil, women. Be civil.
So what I'm trying to say is like, we get caught up in these social constructs and we think, oh, this is the way to be. And I say, well, who wrote the social standard? And for what purpose? Is there a political agenda behind the social standard of how we interact with each other? Well, of course.
Yes.
Marriage is a business.
Of course. Absolutely.
There's taxes.
So don't you want the best business partner?
But no, I don't want to play your game.
You gotta...
Did he say
because the American system is based on consumerism. Okay, these motherfuckers hit the building, but don't forget to go to Walmart. The only way to keep the economy going is keep spending. We got to have a strong Christmas after 9/11.
Right. Fuck your credit cards.
Do you understand?
In your bill.
Marriage is designed to lock you in. You know, a real man would take care of his kids. That locks you in. Right? Yeah. That locks you into fuck your life. It's their life now.
Yeah, they own
right?
it.
This is where all this shit come from. It's a business. Right? What gets lost in all of that? Love. The spiritual purpose for why you were there. The whole 9 yards. Like, people don't even understand
Chemistry,
any of all of
everything.
that. This is a business to lock you into a space. Well, you know you had kids. Well, guess what now? The kids got to go to school. Well, who going to pay for school? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. All of this locks you into this pattern, and next thing you know, you done had 75 trips around the sun, and you're about ready to go.
Right, and don't let your kids have grandkids, and your kid ain't taking care of that kid. Guess who's gonna be stuck taking care of the kids again?
Grandma.
Not if you're about to die, but I see how the. Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. On that note, watch
Call
Fall Girls. Watch Fall Girls on Saturday, BET, 9/8 Central, so you can laugh all.
What's your name and where you calling from? You're going to be talking to my brother Anton, Mimi.
What up?
Of course.
Hey.
Princess Interruptress.
Oh, that's my new name this week.
Princess Interruptress.
Fucking Peaches. What's up, man? What's your name and where you calling from?
What's good? I'm Pierre from Harlem. What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, Harlem? You know what I'm saying, kid?
Okay, you got that Harlem going.
A little bit. Yo, Peaches, I got a big crush on you, by the way, but that's neither here nor there.
Peaches.
How old are you?
I'm old enough.
Thank you.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm a tourist, so I'd rather go for the passion and the love and the relationship rather than the money, because what can you build off of? You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up,
Amen.
a little rough like everybody else did, and like all we had was love in the house. We didn't really have no money, and we grew up perfectly fine from there. Once we got our money up, once we got everything going, we was good from there. I took that with me for relationships now. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you for reaching out, brother.
Thank you. He said relationships.
Peaches, you might want to give him a call.
Hey, he said relationships. There was an S on the end.
He can't handle Peaches. One night of oil in her.
They just got a slur oil.
People. He has a great BET show coming on tomorrow.
Tomorrow on BET, Fall Girls.
Yes.
Check it out, 9/8 Central. It's a comedy directed by Chris Stokes. Have an amazing cast: Tammy Roman, Paris Phillips, Erica Hubbard, Jolie Fisher, Erica Peoples. We got Jay Book from B2K. It's a comedy. It's fun. Girls Trip meets Weekend at Bernie's. Watch it.
And what's your character's name?
My character is Lexi.
Lexi. My niece's name Lexi.
Really?
Okay, sorry.
Lexi.
I like it. Lexi is she is a very curt, very straightforward individual, and she has a secret in the movie that I can't tell you. You have to watch.
You
it.
gonna tell me off the air?
I'll tell
No.
you.
Please.
Nope, I can't tell you. You gotta watch it.
I won't say nothing.
You have to watch the movie.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta watch
Anton, man.
What up? What up?
What's happening, pimp?
Good, man. You know, this is a nice little flow. I like talking about real shit.
You see how this hit you upside the dome?
Yeah, I love it. Like, this is actually really dope, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
For
You
sure.
brought the
I
young
agree.
perspective
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
You know, and that the young perspective is needed.
It
You
is.
know,
It is.
it's needed because this is probably how a lot of us are thinking out here. The
Were you
millennials.
born in the 80s or the 90s?
I was born in '89, so the last year.
So
Okay.
you do know the stats have come out and said that the children born in the 80s are the brokest generation of all time.
Really?
Wow.
Does that really count if I was born in the last year of
Yeah,
the 80s?
yes. buddy.
He like, he like him
'Cause I
out
claim the 90s. What does that contribute to, though? Like, well,
drugs.
The dollars? No.
It was the 1980s. Everybody was going to jail.
Stop
from
stealing people's microphone.
for selling dope.
I done turned that one off, too. What the hell? Don't even, Mimi, don't even nobody be asking her. Nobody be asking her nothing. I'm going to tell you where it came from. It came from grits.
right?
There was a downtick in the production of grits.
You know
You
damn
forgot
well
to
I'm
put your
right.
sugar in the grid.
That shit came from the 80s, the drug era. Them kids didn't have no money because their parents went to jail or
You
they was
wanted to
on
finish
dope.
that?
Okay, that's it.
Okay, cool. Because I will turn you. I promise.
I do want to know. Do you know?
He knows.
First off, the decline in the overall value of a dollar.
Oh.
Let's keep in mind. Secondarily, remember, in the 50s, 60s, all the way to maybe the 80s, 70s, 80s, one income could take care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Daddy took care of everybody. By the time we get to the 80s, the dollar is different.
Right.
It requires two
incomes.
Very much so. That was very much
So it's not just drugs. Then the crack came and mixed with the grits.
You know what? Why they gotta be in the grits? You know what? Who hid some dope and grits around you? So
No, I vividly remember that though. My mother worked just as hard as my father did.
They had to
give us the upbringing that we had.
They had to.
Had to.
It wasn't like I want to be independent. I want to go do something. No, I got to go do something to maintain where we are.
yeah, and there was a lightweight recession then. Reaganomics. Just say no. I mean, there's a lot going on then. Okay, I'll shut up.
Reaganomics. You're close. There we go.
You know what?
The
I want to
trickle
hear
down.
Peaches. They got crushes on Pete.
They love Peaches.
They love to hate me too.
They don't hate you, Peaches. They just hate. You're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller? Are you there, caller? Yes. So Erica and Anton have to leave.
Unfortunately.
So sad because I enjoyed myself and this conversation, and I could talk about this all day.
For everybody follow you on social media, how do they?
Please follow me, Erica Peoples. That's PEEPL. People. Have some of you may know my true name. It's on Netflix now, but I haven't. Fall Girls. I'm gonna keep plugging it. Fall Girls tomorrow. BET 9/8 Central. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. And my brother Anton Peoples is on BET as well.
Yeah, so y'all can Peoples PEEPLES.
You under this?
I know y'all mama proud.
God, so
My
proud.
babies is BET.
Crazy is the fact that like we've been struggling for years together, and the fact that it's happening now for both of us, you couldn't ask for something
That's
at the
God.
same time.
That's
Nothing but God.
Yeah.
Nothing but God.
Well, I appreciate you guys for coming in,
Thank
and you know you're more than welcome anytime.
Thank you. Can I do one last plug? And I have on these sweaters.
They can see you on camera.
Can you guys see this? You see these hoodies?
So the hoodies were like really, really big in the 1990s. It was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, A Different World. Yeah, so the name of the line is called New Heritage. And my friend, she just revamped the whole line. So the new generation.
And it's going to be on Boomerang. That's coming out.
First ones to wear the new brands of the
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please go cop one, support it.
Support black designers. Support black designers.
Yeah. We so appreciate you. Thank you so much. For love. Anytime.
Thank you.
All right, young lady.
Hi, y'all.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash. I'm Zoe Williams, the VOR. Listen, we turn right now. We have an incredible conversation, money, resources, and ambition over great sex, love, camaraderie, and of course, the good have every
little bad girl. Peaches. I don't know about Peaches. Peaches got a learning disability, don't she?
Look, forget both of y'all. I ain't touched.
Let me ask you, were you in special ed at any time?
What?
I know.
Not of course. I'm black. I'm high schools. The first thing they did when I checked in was put her in me to go reading. I could outread everybody in the damn classroom with their dumb, retarded ass, and they gonna tell me I'm remedial. They just saw black skin, you know.
Right.
That's how it went back then, though. They tested you, didn't even read the results. Just put that bitch in remedial. She's the only nigger here.
Well, look. Okay, we have another caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Dana calling from Pasadena.
Dana from Dina in the building. What up, Dana?
What's up, Dana?
Amy, hi, Peaches. Hey.
What's happening?
I would choose the love and the chemistry. To me, that's going to last the other things, and when everything becomes short, you still have that. You still have that camaraderie, you still have that friendship with that person, and that's going to push you to want more. You have power and ambition is going to be in control or want control over that other person. One of those things is lost, then you don't care about that person. What camaraderie, friendship, love do you have with that person? They could just go and you could find somebody to replace them.
Wow. Wow, it's true.
That is.
People become obsolete. Jesus, Dana, why would you do that to us?
I mean, you're asking the question. Of course, I want to be honest and truthful that even though you may not have all the resources and all the money, and if you're struggling for power, and if you don't care about that other person or that person, you're down for them, and you don't have them, then
have you ever dated somebody? Have you ever dated somebody and you started doing much better than them, and you looked at them as less than you, and you were like, "Yo, I got to do better than you because this is where that ambition part comes
along. Like, it's us. It's not me. It's not I. It's us, and it's we.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Wouldn't that be qualified as jealousy, though? What you just stated?
What?
Like a person that's looking at you like because you're getting better than them or doing more than them. Wouldn't that be considered like envy?
I think so. Hey, turn your life down, caller.
Or what you said on the...
Caller, turn your life down, please. Your life is loud. Say again, Peaches.
What you said on the Love Matters Revealed, you said
competitive thing.
Yeah, rival.
Could be. Sure. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, this is Will from Gainesville.
You got a question for Mimi?
No, I just wanted to give my own opinion of the love situation. My thing is that I want how y'all doing?
All right, how you doing?
My thing is love to me is
okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing. He disappeared.
Love to me, yeah.
Right.
He's from Gainesville.
God said be quiet.
You know
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. I'm talking to you.
All right. My name is Nicolette Page. I'm calling from Kansas City, Kansas.
Hey.
Hey, Nicolette. What's up?
Pisces over here.
I see Pisces need security.
Pisces in the building.
Well, actually, for me, I choose love.
Do you?
Yes. And whenever you're like, okay, so how can you have love or
business? I don't remember what you said. I want to say about what you said that I can't remember.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, if you're with somebody who's driven by money, then it's like whenever you have a lot of money, things are going to be great, right? But if you don't have a lot of money, then things in the home ain't going to be great because you don't have that love that's leading you. Love will keep you happy. Love will help you work through problems. Love will keep you motivated and keep that unity together even whenever the financial times are hard.
So you choose love.
Mm-hmm. Man, I always choose love. Always.
Ooh, even when it hurt? Because you got two fish. One is a goldfish. The other one is a piranha.
Wow. Mimi's piranha.
Yes, I'm telling you. I mean, the other thing, too, y'all can have goals to learn how to be sufficient. That's the other thing I notice here in America is that people are so dependent on the government. People do not take things seriously like their health, like being self-sufficient, learning how to garden, You know what I'm saying? But once you start becoming a community, once you and your partner start to learn to be self-sufficient, what you need money for? What you need money for? Money is the middleman. We got to go back to how we used to be before this bullshit.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 28. I'll be 29 in March.
Seems like you're ready.
I'm so passionate about it. But yeah, love all the way. All the way.
Oh, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Right, I appreciate you too.
Thank
you. Mimi, you got to build on your Piscean sister.
Okay.
You know what? I love that. She was speaking some real stuff, though.
She was.
She was speaking some real stuff. I think real ones feel that way. I mean, obviously, there's different people and different signs, but I think that, there's the and then there's the one.
What she talked about was a very powerful concept.
Oh, I agree.
But you still need a certain level of wealth to ascertain that.
You do. To sustain your love.
Yeah.
Your livelihood to love.
Right. If you're not dependent on the government in any way, shape, or form, they're going to see you as some kind of weirdo and they're going to come kill you.
Or a threat.
Or
yeah.
Right. They're going to do something crazy. But she brought up a very powerful point. If you no longer needed the dollar, meaning, say you paid off everything, bought your land, or I don't know how it works. But I think they trying to flip all of that anyway. You can't just pay shit off anymore. Are you gonna?
No.
You know what I'm saying? But imagine if you could do that, and then you had your own farming, and you could, your own agriculture and all of that, and everything was self-contained, and solar powered and all that. It's a community, I think, in New Mexico.
Yeah, they call them hippies now.
That have those kind of homes or whatever, self-contained homes. If you could do that and you didn't need the dollar, I think it would take a lot off the relationship in terms of ambition.
Right.
Because the basics, the necessity, food, shelter, and excrement would be taken care of.
Right. Excrement. But they usually call those communes, they use commune.
Shut up.
I need a grocery store. I need Kroger in my life.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hi, everyone. This is Drea from Palo Alto.
Hey, Drea, girl.
Hey, guys. I just found out something kind of interesting. My son is in college, and one thing that I've noticed among other people, 19 to 25, they have no interest at all in marriage.
I believe
at
it.
all. And they do everything. They study impacts, they do impacts and things in teams, and there's just really no interest when you ask them, what do you think about relationships or love or, sex and marriage, they just don't care about it. And I find that really interesting about they want to do their goals, their future. If you look at recent reports from other countries, too, there's been a severe decline in marriage. When they do get married, they're not interested in starting a family and having kids.
She's right.
Yeah, and I think that I think a lot of that has to do with just the way the society with just kind of being self-serving a little bit.
A little bit.
But I also think when it comes to women, being in a relationship and marriage, but I don't know. Are
No.
Right. we have an expectation to give me the ring because I love you and you love me, but I have no interest in cooking. I have no interest in cleaning. I don't really know how to take care of a household. I have no interest in maintaining it. Did this or that. And whenever people talk to me about my relationship, I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 17 years.
Wow.
And and it's loyal, it's devoted, it's all of that. But people automatically say, well, don't you want to get married? Don't you want to do that? And of course, as a woman who grew up in this, of course you think of that, it crosses your mind. But overall, I love what I have, and women really just don't understand or relate to that.
Wow.
You gotta lock it down.
Right,
If you're not locking it down, it's not real. The other thing I wanted to say is the ring is a very American thing. Other cultures aren't passing out rings. We're together, and this is what we do. In our culture, we'll buy our own rings just to show to our family and friends that somebody cared enough.
Right.
Young lady.
True.
Sure, take care, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is J Dad from Tennessee. How y'all doing this evening?
Dad from Tennessee. How you doing? Volunteer. Hi to Peaches.
Hey.
Hey, Miss Peaches. Hey, Miss Mimi. How y'all doing?
Finding you.
Hey, I just want to, I guess, a comment on the topic. The young lady that just called, she said a lot. I think she talks about marriage hold up. I was liking it to like a ribbon on a military uniform. You know, I have this ribbon that says I've done something. You know what I'm saying? And we look at marriage and relationships in that way. But the thing I always tell people when I talk about, marriage and long-term relationship, everybody talks about the love, but the key is really the commitment. Are you committed to that person? Are you committed to this relationship? And if you have the commitment, that can facilitate you building and growing together. So when Zoe talks about, doing the spiritual things to build your relationship and spending time and going to church together and praying together, all that type of stuff, that's the commitment part of it. Resources and things will come after that.
Nah, man, I appreciate that. That's good information. Thanks for the call, bro.
Right.
All right, y'all be safe out there.
All right, now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Callers? They giving it to us
It's
tonight.
me again, Willis from Gainesville. I got mixed up.
Willis
Sorry.
from Gainesville. All right, now. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, like I said before, I'm going to say it real quick so I don't get cut off. I think true love is a partnership that can be unbroken. How you feel about that?
True love is a partnership that can't be unbroken? Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
What do you mean broken?
Well, I mean, by
somebody die and y'all still connect?
There you go.
Okay.
Vibrations. I could be totally honest with you. You can be totally honest with me, and that won't separate the true love that we have amongst one another.
Got it. No, I got you. All right. I can smoke a bag of that.
I
I
agree.
appreciate that. Yeah.
I agree with you.
I agree.
Gainesville.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
all
I
right,
appreciate
y'all.
that. Thank you for calling back, bro.
Oh, yeah, y'all stay low.
Thank you.
Let me get this last caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Miss Jennifer. I'm from Boston.
Jennifer from Boston. Welcome.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hi. I think everything should start out with love. I think as long as it starts out with love, everything else should fall into place. Because if there's love and you have ambition, that partner would actually help you reach your potential to whatever, your goal is in life. Because if it's true love, then it would be a team effort.
Now, who told you love is team? Where you get that?
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just asking, where did you get it? Who told you
That's how.
that love is a team effort?
Is it not?
No, I'm just asking, where did you get it?
That's where I got it from. I just think that's just how it should be.
So let me help you.
Okay.
A teammate in love is a companion who walks with you on your journey.
Right.
However, walking with you on your journey doesn't necessarily mean they aren't on their own separate journey as they walk with you.
Right.
Okay.
So a lot of times we think, oh, this person is supposed to bring the best out of me. This person is supposed to build me up. This person is supposed to do this, that, and the third. That's not necessarily true. Like, for instance, you don't thank the mirror for showing you the pimple on your cheek. Right? You just look, you see the pimple, and then you begin to work on the pimple.
Right.
That's how relationships are supposed to work. You date a motherfucker, he shows you the pimple, and then you get that's what relationship is about. We have this like strange expectation of who we think this person is supposed, or what we think this person is supposed to bring to us.
Right.
No.
But I mean it as far as like a cheerleader. Like I know what I'll need to do as far as like what I would.
Now this is dope.
You know,
I see where you're going. So this is dope.
Okay.
Is the cheerleader in the game?
Well, if there's love, wouldn't they be?
No, the cheerleader is on the sideline going, "Go,
right,
do it,
Helping.
Shish Boomba."
Motivating, pushing.
That's it. But you do the work.
Right.
So often in intimate relationships, we have expectations that our partner should do the work, that we're okay, that they should change, they should adjust. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, but I don't think I'm not expecting anybody to change.
So what is
I
the
just
partner
think
really? That's what I'm asking you. What is the partner really?
I just think that if you find somebody that is actually in that same notion with you, in that same atmosphere with you, that it's just equally, like you're equally yoked, like there is no changing because you're both wanting the same things, or at least around the same things.
So love is sameness.
To a certain extent. I'm not wanting you to change. I'm loving you for who you are.
So did Rembrandt and Picasso equally love art? And if they did, why are their expressions of the art different? Shouldn't it be the same if love represents sameness?
Well, they're different art.
And there's different expressions of love.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a full of box. It's not linear. It's linear. You could be head over heels in the deepest love you've ever been with someone and they not be in love with you.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And mistake something for chemistry. That's
Somebody
not
in the
there.
chat room just said something very powerful. They said love is abstract.
Mm.
But not only is love, to me, all of these words are synonymous with each other. Love, God, spirituality, reality, consciousness, they're all abstract.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's no straight line in any of those things.
Love is abstract, surrealism, all of that.
Yeah, that's right.
The feeling is surrealism. Love is abstract.
Right.
Oh, you deep today?
I smoked a little weed. Sometimes I get a little deep.
I appreciate the call. Next week was.
Thank you.
Interesting. She was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, bring your into this conversation.
Number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610.
I want to hear. I think most people choose security. And let's just be honest.
Because of society?
Security is warm. Security is predictable. Security is safe.
Mm-hmm.
There's knowing in security. So many people are afraid of the unknown. And the deepest depths of love represents that which is unknown. That's why it's unconditional. What the fuck? A lot of people tell you right now, I don't want no goddamn unconditional love. I don't even know how that's going to feel. That's going to overwhelm me.
It's going to scare the hell. But can't you have security in love, though? Can't you have...
Secure in what?
In, like, okay, what's wrong with a couple driving to be financial secure couple together? I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying I'm like that. I'm just asking.
No, it's too late.
The question.
Okay, we'll deal with that after we get this.
Because there are people that are financially driven in the world. I'm not one of them because I ain't got shit, but I'm talking about the ones that are.
I don't think it's impossible. Of course, you could have some wealthy people who actually really love each other. Sure. And the wealth actually makes the relationship even better, especially if you really love each other. I mean, it's like, oh, shit, we good.
Right. We doing this.
We doing it. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Corey from San Jose, California.
Corey, what up, man?
Hey, Corey.
Nothing much.
Hey, Corey.
How y'all doing? Love the show, man. Love the show.
Thank you,
but,
brother.
I just want to say love, I mean, at least divine love, from my understanding, has zero conditions, like no conditions whatsoever. So I think a lot of people has this whole moral idea of what love is based on what society has told them. But if you look at your children, like, do you put conditions on them when you love them? When you look at your grandparents and your parents, do you put conditions on them when you love them?
Hell motherfucking yeah.
You heard his stories about his grandma, so we can't ask
no. Listen. He's going, but we do put conditions on our kids.
Of course, that's the condition. Everything has a conditioning, but when you look at, like, spirituality and consciousness and, like, you know, other higher beings, divine love means I love you no matter what. So even if you go out and do some fucked up shit, I still love you for who you are. Now, of course, you might have pissed me off, and, you know, that might be the end for me, but love shouldn't have any consequences. Say, for instance, you get married forever, right?
So, Corey,
and then you lose your
Corey, hold on. Before you go, Corey,
you lose your legs. You lose your legs in an accident, and the woman still stays with you.
Corey,
that's right.
Corey, slow the fuck down before I hang up on you, man. Now, I'm trying to ask you some goddamn questions. You want to talk over me, pimp? That's what you want to do?
No, I was trying to finish my statement, player.
No. Damn that. Damn it. I got something better. Shit. Whenever I break in, you hear me now?
Now, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Go ahead. It's your world. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
All right, man. Shit. Have you ever been in unconditional love with somebody before?
Yeah, I've been married since 12 years now. I mean, of course, there's, you know, physical and mental conditions, somewhat to say, but we're still together through all the trials and tribulations. Technically, we've been together since '99, but you know, when you get
Corey,
on
that don't mean tell a story. It was Corey.
I want to be with you.
Corey, it was a yes or no.
I can barely hear you. What did you say?
It was a yes or no, Corey. That don't mean tell a story because it's going somewhere. I'm gonna ask you. Based on your definition of unconditional love, Corey.
Yes.
Based on your definition of unconditional love, if your wife cheated on you, would you take her back?
based on unconditional love. Yeah, I've done it to her. So, I mean, she do it to me. I mean, that's just, we have to break it down and say, why did she cheat on me? What is the misunderstanding between the both of us? I mean, that's really what it is. That's what you got to ask yourself. Do I really love this person? We have two beautiful children together. You know what I'm saying? But most people, they say, no, I can't do that. That's the end for me. That's crazy. No, what if somebody wrong, of course, the reptilian or flight. You know what I'm saying? So, your understanding of what true love is, and ain't nobody else going to be down. You're going to take that hit on the chin, and you're going to keep it moving and pushing. And you're going to try to work through that shit. That's just the reality of it. You know?
All right, Corey. Hey, Corey, thank you for the call, man. We appreciate your crazy shit, man. Good looking.
Crazy to the motherfucker.
Hilarious. Hey, but you know what? They had me thinking about that movie Casino. Remember old girl? She was married to Robert De Niro.
Right.
And he is fly. He was papered down. Bought her everything. And she was over there giving the money to that broke boyfriend she used to have. She was cheating on him with the broke boyfriend. So it's like, I think when you find real love, there's no dollar that's attached to it unless they're just treating you bad. But I mean, he was treating her bad because he was like a drug addict or something. He was like a pimp drug addict, and she chose that over Robert De Niro. So I just said all that to say, I think that some people do choose love over finances. Not all, because like you say, we are predicated on transactional relationships where we always want something for something.
Right. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hey, man, it's Zoe from Sheboygan, man.
Zoe from Sheboygan. Do you agree with what Mimi just said?
I didn't catch what she said. Can you,
Well, never mind. Go ahead and ask your question, because that means you wasn't listening, so go ahead.
I'm actually reading this book about the love addiction, right? It's a depression book, and it talks about people that have the need or believe that before they can actually receive maximum happiness, that they need companionship. And the author in this book kind of debunked that and said, why must you feel or love from another person, or do you really think you need love from another person to experience maximum happiness? And what people, what he concluded is that that's a dependent person. So you really never know if the person you're with really loves you. So I don't know if you have to wait to experience happiness by getting into a relationship, if that makes sense at all.
It does, man, and I appreciate your comments. Thank you so much for reaching out. Good looking, homeboy.
Yeah, no problem.
Woo, we going through them right now. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Chip from Arkansas.
You in the Costco bathroom? Where you at?
No, I'm in a laundry.
Clearly. Hop inside one of the dryers so we can hear you better.
I tell you what, let me run out here for a second.
Yeah, man, this ain't gonna work, pimp.
Okay, we hearing all kind of noises.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you, bro. What's up, man?
I had a question. If my question is this. There's 7.6 billion people in the world. That means it's possibly 7.6 billion different definitions of love. So how can you say that how do you know what love is if everybody's definition of love is different?
Interesting. I see where he's coming from.
I mean, it's just like, to me, it's like, why are we trying to define what love is when your definition of love or her definition of love or Mimi's definition, whoever she's with, how do you know?
Don't you? I know. Like Parliament Funk. So Parliament Funkadelic is musical cocaine. You high, nigga.
Hilarious.
So let me break it down to you. It's the definition that's the problem.
Okay.
A definition is like an ice tray.
Cool.
Because it creates a frame.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. See?
Wow.
I'll grow you up if you listen long enough.
You know what?
But that's the problem. We create a definition. The definition creates has a set of expectations.
That's dope. I never thought about it like that.
All right? No. Take your ass back in the laundry mat and fold that comforter.
Okay. He using hemp
All right, brother.
powder to wash or something.
Hey, the phone lines is cracking tonight.
Yeah, they calling in.
We got men and women calling in. Which one are you down with? Certainty, predictability, money, finances, resources, power, or love, unconditional love, camaraderie, companionship, meaning, purpose, all of the higher level shits. Which do you want? If you could only have one of those teams, you can only be on one of those teams. Team paid or team laid in the shade?
Laid in the shade, baby.
Yeah. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Of reason here on Dash Talk X. We turked up tonight. Caller, you here? Oh, no, you're not.
Boo sneezy.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name?
What up? Hustle from Miami, bro.
Hustle from Miami. Hustle time.
Hustle?
What up?
Hustle.
What up? So, what up, ladies?
Hey.
So, yeah, man, my answer to the question is just give me the money, man. At this point, I'm feeling like the human mind ain't meant to fully comprehend love in its totality.
Wow.
99% of the population of mind and heart. So, me included, if I'm honest with you. So let me just get the money, man. Maybe I get to my kids. Maybe they'll have a better chance of finding love. You feel me?
Wow.
Oh, shoot. His name is Hustle Hard for a reason.
Hustle. Hey. Hey, man. Hustle just hit us in the head with something.
He did.
Maybe love is a fantasy because the human being can't totally comprehend it. Maybe this is the same reason why we have an atheist. Because the human brain can't fully comprehend God.
Right. That might be why they're atheists.
So God, love, all of that shit is in Christmas Tree Lane.
Right.
All that shit is fantasy world.
Right. How can you comprehend love if you can't comprehend God?
That's the nigga. I just said.
This is why I love calling in, man. It's just not the
You know what? I just thought I'd repeat that shit.
Hey, Hustle, man. It's always a pleasure to have you calling in, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Hustle real hard.
Well,
Hustle was, man.
He with somebody. He not finna take on your problems.
Hey, he hustle hard.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing? Alexandra, Virginia. I'm GOAT. Watching the show for a while, big fan. But I have a question. How many of y'all think that the issues stem from discipline and logic and communication?
So you think love is logical?
Yes. No, not so much love, but communication.
So communication.
I believe so.
Interesting.
I believe if you the person logically, then you're always at odds. You're always arguing.
Okay. All right. Logic is a way of thinking, and communication is a way of communicating, speaking, expressing. So
but
I
if
think
you can't logically articulate it, then you can't fully express what's on your mind.
So if you're not articulate, you can't.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You can't clearly explain what is going on in your mind. So a lot of times when I find people in arguments, if you're a third party on the outside, you can look in and you'll see, okay, well, you two aren't even talking about the same thing. But it's because you have person A, person B looking at, they're fighting straw men. So
That's a function of logic, you think?
I believe so, yes.
Because they're about two different things, they're not logically compatible?
There you go. You're not logically compatible. I mean, when I say logically compatible, I mean you can't communicate. You just won't be able to communicate. Meaning, how often have you seen people argue over something like who's a better basketball player, LeBron or Jordan, right?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, right,
LeBron.
and you'll say Jordan, but you'll have a list of reasons why you say that, and you're checking them off. And I'll say LeBron, and I'll have a list. And if we don't have the same list on the table, how can we even begin to communicate? We have to first establish what we're here talking about, what we're
So
communicating.
love has to have a similar list.
There you go. Person A and person B. And if we're not on the same page and we don't see the same thing and we're expecting something and we haven't communicated that effectively, then you can't get it. Or it's a small chance that you will get it. You're lucky if you get it that way.
So love is supposed to give us our expectations.
Yes, I think.
No.
No,
Do you see?
No, look. I think what you believe love is, I believe what you believe love is, you need to articulate to your partner. But I think that's something that comes from within. I don't think you
But
are
again,
taught
so
what love is.
if you were listening to the show a little earlier, you heard my ice tray analogy.
The framework.
Give me that one more time.
The framework is the articulation of what you want.
Right.
Now, you can't throw what you want into, and if I get what I want, I love you.
Right.
See, this is where this is how you have those people who believe that love is a verb. Love is action.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You're trying to create a framework for something that is nonlinear. And I keep trying to tell people the spiritual aspect of relationship is more related to quantum physics than it is to Newtonian science. Newtonian physics is mechanistic and thus logical.
Okay.
It's mechanical and thus logical, linear. But scientists have already went beyond the mechanical or the macro and into the micro. And in the
quantum, right.
In the micro, it's non-intuitive, which means it's non-linear, which means
uncertainty.
Wait,
on
listen.
That quantum. I agree with you.
Listen now. Listen. If it's not the aspect and thus emerges from that field, then that's the spirit side.
Okay.
Non-linear.
Can't explain it.
That's non-linear.
I give you that. That's deep. That's deep.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
That's deep. Yeah, I like that. Bro.
All right. Appreciate the call. Thank you, brother.
All right, bro.
Tried to slip a blueprint in on me.
Right. But people have different communication
Hey, listen. I'm sorry.
styles.
I'm sorry. We got to go.
Yeah.
Tone Talks is in here next.
Oh, shit.
Tone, teasy.
TT.
We got to go. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This was a great conversation.
Yes,
I
it
love everybody
was.
for chiming.
Oh, damn.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We'll be back Monday with another slapper, the voice of reason, Peaches, and Mimi and Zoe. We're going to do it again. I love y'all, but I got to go.
Y'all.
Deuces, we love you. Woo!
You know what?
No, woo.
Did you say woo?
Woo.
Talk teasy.
And here. Hey, oh, yeah.
We got to get
You
out.
just broke my shit. No, I'm just playing.
It's Tone.